What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Dosage podcast. We're live, episode 118. We had a bit of a false start before, but for those listening back, all that is trimmed out, so you have no clue what happened. We're here live on Twitch with Andrea Lana. Can you still hear me?
Hello.
Okay, good. I'm like, oh no, does she hear me? Can everyone hear her?
Really soft on my phone, and I don't know how to make it not soft.
That's a problem.
Oh, I fixed it. Okay, I
You
fixed
fixed
it.
it? You fixed it. Okay,
Yep.
she fixed it. We're good. So we're live, episode 118 of the Dosage. We're going to be talking about the year 2003 in gaming. So for those joining us here live, thank you so much. Great shout outs to all of us in chat so far. Ty, Trevor, Batman, Will Zono, almost birthday. Who else is here? Cody. You best not be watching and driving. Did I miss anyone? I don't think so. If I did, shout out. Anyways, welcome. 118, year 2003 in gaming. We have a lot to unpack here. To paint the picture, I was 18. You were... Lana?
In 2003,
Yeah.
I also turned 18.
You did. So, was that a year you would say you played a lot of gaming?
Oh no, I would be shocked if I touched a video game console at all that year.
Really?
Even once.
Ty
Yeah.
was 2 years old.
Yeah. We all know, Ty. I'm old. Yep, we know.
You're old? Wow. I'm going to safely guess that when Ty was 2, then he was not playing a lot of games that year. I'm just going to guess and throw that out there. I apologize in advance, too. I got a cough drop, so if you can hear me chomping on that, I'm sorry. But as you can tell, my voice is a bit raspy tonight because I have children. We have children, I should say, because you're here with us tonight, Lana. And they bring home germs from school. Yay. And we have a 5-year-old that doesn't know how to cover his mouth when he coughs. So, what are you snacking on, Lana? We can't see you because we couldn't get that to work.
Oh wow, is it loud?
I mean, I heard clanking of dishware.
I am still eating my birthday cake. Believe it or not.
Birthday cake.
It's so good.
If you guys missed that stream, go back and check it out. We did sing her happy birthday. It was amazing. Trevor says you don't know Ty could have been a video game prodigy at 2. That's true. We don't know that. Let's find out if there are any games, though, from our lists that he did play, whether it be that year or years down the road. Now I have to issue a disclaimer. There were literally hundreds of games that came out in the year 2003. In previous episodes of All the Good Culture or The Dosage, we would have talked about them all. We found out that a 3-hour episode is not really ideal. So we've condensed it down, and we've turned these episodes into top 10 lists with honorable mentions. What we have left in there is some notable events that occurred, as well as a top 10 list of games that either rated or sold well that particular year. So that is the format for what you can expect in tonight's episode. Stick with us. We have a double episode. We're doing actually 2003 and 2004. So we'll go to an intermission and then return for the 2004 section. Hopefully Cody will be in participation by that one. If not, we will be stuck with the lovely Lana.
Rude.
It's not a bad
Stuck
thing.
with me.
I like getting stuck with you.
Okay, that's enough.
I mean, really? I'm complimenting you. Jeez. This is what I get. See? Can't say nice things about my wife. Let us begin the year 2003 in gaming. We were 18, but here are some notable events. February 14th, happy Valentine's Day. Nintendo released the Game Boy Advance SP, an enhanced version of the Game Boy Advance. Did you ever play that?
I do not think I ever played a Game Boy Advanced. No.
Really?
No. I might have played an original Game Boy twice. My friend Becky had one, and that was the only time I would have ever touched it, as if I went to her house and she let me play it. I did not have one myself. The first handheld I had was the Sega Game Gear.
Oh God, the Game Gear, the battery eater.
Yes, and I only had two games: Joe Montana Football and The Lion King, or Aladdin. The Lion King. One of those two.
Probably both.
But I only had 2 games total.
Man, shout out real quick to MX Order of the Za, resub times 17. You guys and your continued support continues to blow us away here. Thank you so much for that. It means the world. I'd say that with more energy, but this is about the energy I have tonight. But inside, I am very pleased, and thank you for that, MX. For just joining. I have a cough drop. Bear with me. You feel it. I feel it, man. I feel it. I'm so thankful for your guys' continued support. It's amazing. But
man flu is hard on you, huh?
The man flu? Get out of here. Why did I invite you? See, this is why, this is boys club.
Yeah, because you can all be whiny, and no one will call you on it.
Is this happening right now? This is a live show, or is it a podcast? Ty, don't you dare. Ty's supporting this in chat.
All the ladies listening know what I'm talking about. So.
We don't have ladies listening. They saw us and ran. Homie support home. It's true. Shout out MX was getting some hit by cars today. I was watching him play Fortnite. He should have won, but he got hit by a truck. That was a rough one. Ty says, I'm Team Lana. See, look, that's a t-shirt you need. Team Lana.
Lana is the best. Lana number 1.
It's true.
I can't see chat because I can't have both open at the same time. Yeah,
your tablet don't work.
Nope, sure doesn't.
You could turn on the Xbox, turn the volume down, and go to Twitch on there, maybe.
That sounds like an awful lot of work.
It probably is.
Anyway.
Trevor says, I'm not a lady, but I know what she's talking about. My dad was the biggest whiner for any little cold. Colds are tough as a man, okay?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Try bleeding for a week once a month for like 40, 50 years of your life.
That's enough of that. Let's talk about video games.
All right.
March 23rd. Nintendo stops production of the original Game Boy and Game Boy Color worldwide. Yes, Batman, ew. Willzona said, I loved the old Lord of the Rings movie game adaptations. They were awesome, and yes, Lana is awesome. Man, I'm going to start buying everyone chapstick. Anything that requires me to move off my bed is very tough. Too much work. Fact. April 1st, Enix Corporation and Squareco Limited officially merge, forming what we know today as Square Enix.
Holy crap, I did not know that.
Seriously?
Nope. I just thought they were always Square Enix. I had no idea.
No, it was Squaresoft and Squareco. And now they are joint, making some of the greatest games ever. June 12th, Obsidian Entertainment was founded. September 12th, Valve releases their game distribution software, Steam, out of beta. You guys may be familiar with Steam. Anyone? Raise some hands. Sounds familiar. Trevor is playing a Square Enix game at the moment. What are you playing, Trevor? September 23rd, Nintendo stops production of the NES and Super NES worldwide. Trevor says, with Steam. Trevor's playing Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, I didn't get into that one. Steam like smoke? Yes, exactly. Exactly. Nokia released the hybrid N-Gage handheld console and mobile phone. Do you remember that thing?
I literally have never heard of that.
Really?
In my whole life. Nope.
I'm going to show you videos soon of the N-Gage. Remind me. It's going to change your life. Probably not. The first PlayStation Portable prototype is shown by Sony. So the PSP, which was actually a great handheld, very underrated. Nintendo states that its next-gen console will be fully compatible with the GameCube. which will become known as the Wii. Wii. So those are some notable events. Obviously, so much more happened in the year 2003, but we would be here all evening. Some of you might not mind that. Some of you might. I don't know. Are you all right? Do you need a lozenge? Only 2 games were movie adaptation. One was based on books, says Will Zona. He's giving us facts right now on The Lord of the Rings. 1 game to rule them all. You mind that very much this time? All right, top 10 lists. So, you struggled.
I did.
Did you get a top 10?
I got 10. I'm pushing it on a couple of them, but I got 10.
And that's it. You don't have any honorable mentions.
No, 0.
Nothing.
0.
Nothing notable. You're like, I heard of that.
There was literally nothing. I mean, there's nothing that I even thought I might have played. 0 things. Just wait till you hear my top 10. You're gonna absolutely laugh. You're just gonna laugh. It's gonna be the most ridiculous top 10 list ever created for the year 2003. I promise.
Huh. Ty says number 1 is Ty. If you guys have a top 10 list, feel free to chat along with us, and we'll shout them out. If you want to quick browse while we're doing this, head on over to Wikipedia. There is a year 2003 in gaming article, which lists everything and release dates. If you want to browse that just to kind of build a last-minute top 10, or even start preparing one for 2004, feel free to participate with us during the show. We'd love to hear your thoughts, too. And we're going to keep doing these for every single year up until the current year for these shows. So if you want to have that prepared ahead of time, let us know. Since you don't have any honorable mentions, I will hit you with mine. Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. Assuming you didn't play that.
Nope.
All right. Not one of the greatest golf games, the new golf game, which unfortunately I haven't played a lot of yet, but it is already better than that one. Not that it's bad, but Toadstool Tour is not great. But it is an honorable mention because it's still a Mario game. Silent Hill 3. If you know anything about me, I love scary games. Silent Hill 3 continued the scary game trend and interest for me. Honorable mention from Ty is Tyrone's Funhouse Disco Edition. That's not a game. WWE WrestleMania 19. I played this on, from what I remember, the GameCube, and it was a fun game. Not as notable as other wrestling games at the time, but it was still fun. The Simpsons Hit and Run. I'll get a lot of flack for this because a lot of people cherish this game and have been begging for a remake for years. And I don't blame them. It is well deserving of a remake. To get that license, though, would be possibly tough with Disney owning it. I am anxiously anticipating the Arcade 1-Up Simpsons arcade game, and I am not anxiously awaiting that price tag. Pre-orders are supposed to go up this week, but I'm getting very nervous about that because I don't even see a placeholder on retailer sites. But I love The Simpsons. I love anything, for the most part, that they've put out. Trevor says, don't have a full list, but looking at games that came out that year, Manhunt, Double Dash, Wind Waker would definitely be on the list. So yeah, there you go. There's some nods. Do those games make your list? Let us know as we go through our top 10. Backyard Wrestling, don't try this at home. I know this is a crap game. And for anyone listening to this that says it should be or should not be an honorable mention, I don't care because I love wrestling, and backyard wrestling was especially at age 18, an important part of my life at that time. And yes, it's unsafe, and yes, you shouldn't do it, but I was 18, and I did it. And then they made a game out of it because it was a huge trend. And Rob, if he was here, would talk about the DVDs that he has. He has a few volumes of backyard wrestling, and they definitely do stupid things. And then they definitely have shots of topless women. So, of course, at 18, that's what we wanted to watch and do. No comment from Lana.
I'm not. I already knew the story, so it's not surprising to me.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
Ty says every time I don't have a top 10 list, the top 10 list will just be me. Fair. Mario Party 5, because you can't have literally almost any year in the 2000s without a Mario Party game, and then at least, giving them a shout out, because good or bad, those games are still fun, and definitely have played each and every one of them. Some are standouts, but this one was a mention. And last on the list, I would have put it in my top 10, but I couldn't justify it. I don't know why, but I think I leaned on this side that it was just a collection of games that were already released, and I actually have it here. I don't have the original case because this was a very hard to find thing, and it's still hard to find somewhat to this day. You can still stumble across it. I still have the receipt too, with a 14-day return policy at Electronics Boutique in Grand Rapids. Raymond, thank you. You helped me that day. That day was January 12th, 2005. So, what it is a GameCube game called The Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. And it had a bunch of the Zelda games, including Ocarina of Time, the original NES Zelda, and a few other ones. But I paid $45 for it, no case. My 14-day, it's expired. But this is a somewhat hard to find thing. If I had the original case, it'd be worth much, much more. We do need a new collection of Zelda. That is a fact. I'm really disappointed that they dropped the ball on the anniversary of Zelda this year. The only thing that we're getting that I'm not disappointed by, but a Game & Watch for Zelda. And then, of course, the Skyward Sword HD. But I'm excited for the Game & Watch Zelda. But literally, that's all we're getting. I wish they would have done the 3D collection that they did for Mario with Zelda. Unfortunately, they're not. That we know of as of yet. They still could be. And yes, Skyward Sword does come out this Friday. I'm super excited about that. They might announce something after the release and sales numbers come in for Skyward Sword. Who knows? But they did kind of drop the ball here in 2021 on the anniversary of Zelda. But again, who knows? It was earlier this week or late last week, Nintendo just was like, hey, guess what? An OLED Switch is coming out in October. Okay, nobody asked for that. They've been asking for a 4K Switch, but we're not getting that. So who knows? Nintendo does whatever the hell they want to do whenever they want to do it. And they will continue doing that, and will continue supporting their stuff. Top 10, though. Lana, I've talked a lot. Why don't you pick...
have.
I have. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Top 10. We'll go back and forth. But
I'm starting. Okay. My number 10 in 2003 is SimCity 4. I think I've played it maybe twice. maybe a few times. I'm sure you forced me to play it because you absolutely love it.
Forced. I love that.
They're not my favorite. The SimCity games are not my favorite. I can play them for like 45 minutes and then I'm like, I need a tornado to come and just kill everybody. I'm bored. So,
wow.
Yeah. I looked it up. I guess it was the first one in 3D. The other ones were all 2D. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, because you actually rotate the camera and zoom in. It was...
Yeah. I said it was more realistic than the previous iterations of it. So I thought that was interesting.
I had that
and
laptop.
I do remember it.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, that you have the laptop that you used to play it on. I remember that.
Yes, and that's where you would have played it, because I put a lot of time into that real kind of crappy laptop that ultimately died. Remember the disk drive on that thing kept popping out?
Yep, it would just pop out.
Yeah, that thing was a piece of crap.
Yeah, but at least you had it. It was nice.
It was.
Didn't Les get it for you?
Yes, it was a gift. It was an Acer laptop. I mean, nothing high end by any means, but I applied for my first credit card on it. I And
That went well.
It did. It went really well. Don't do that.
That was a solid choice.
Had MySpace on it.
Oh, MySpace.
So I still have that laptop. It's in our storage.
That is, I'm just shocked. This is sarcasm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is sarcasm.
Trevor failed a computer class because of SimCity. Not that version, though. Number 10 for Ty. Tyron. Diaper Days 2.
I don't think Ty is taking this assignment seriously.
He has not. He fails. Will says, MySpace. Damn, I'm old.
Same.
Those were the glory days.
What's your number 10?
So number 10 for me was Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, or KOTOR, which people call it.
I saw that on there, and I was like, oh, I bet I would like that game if I have ever played it, but I haven't. So.
It is on the Xbox 2 feet from me right now.
Yes, but I can't do what I normally do on nights when you have shows because I have to be here.
Blame Cody.
So. Okay.
That's true. Number 10 for Batman is Sonic Heroes.
I don't think I ever played that game.
I don't remember it well enough. Will says, oh, Star Wars, I live and breathe a galaxy far, far away. Hashtag blame Cody from Trevor. But yeah, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Great game that led us into what Mass Effect would become. If you don't know the history of that. Almost identical gameplay. So, like, I already know Lana would enjoy it because she loves Mass Effect. But I don't know if she would love it because it's dated, is the best way to describe it.
Yeah. That's why I had a problem with Morrowind.
It's even more dated than that.
Yeah.
It's
I give it a shot.
I mean, as you should. The story itself is good. It's worth playing through to this day just to say you've done it, and it's still a good experience. Just, it's one of those things that has not aged well in gaming, and you'll find that often with a lot of games, that when you get used to certain mechanics, going back to things is a bit rough. And
difficult.
It is. Will says we got a new Mass Effect coming in the year or two. Another one? Do we? That's exciting. How far are you in the remasters, Lana?
I just got to like the Citadel, became a Spectre, and then started being able to go out and do other planets.
Okay. So you're not very far.
No.
Have you been playing that, or did you bounce back to something else?
I have been watching Schitt's Creek. So I haven't played games in a while. Yeah.
She's up Schitt's Creek instead. See what happens.
Without a paddle.
Trevor's already on Mass Effect 2. iRob has already beat all 3. He beat all 3 in the first 10 days.
Get it, Rob.
Yeah, he conquered it. He's a big fan of those games, though. So.
I go through these periods where I'm like super in the mood to play games, and then not. So I don't know. It just depends on how I'm feeling.
Same. So I find myself just kind of playing open world games when I have time, because then I could just run around and do things.
Yeah.
Will's going to send us the trailer. Yeah, please do. I'm intrigued with new Mass Effect stuff. Feel free to post it in the Dose of Nerd Acumen group, too. So there's also Discord. If you're not on there yet, well, join our Discord. Feel free to share things like that you find. There's going to be someone in the group that is going to spark up a conversation and is excited about this stuff with you. Number 9. Back to you.
Back to me. Number 9. I'm going to get crucified for this.
Ooh.
GTA 3.
Yes, you are, because...
Oh, yeah. Wait till you see my top 3, though. Just wait. It's going to get worse. But
question
I
though on GTA
yeah.
3. You
Oh.
was technically GTA 3 did not come out this year.
Oh. Okay.
So GTA
Then
3
I
was
only
ported to
have
the
9.
Xbox this year. It was available on the PlayStation 2 2 years prior.
Right, but I thought I asked you that because I only ever played it on the Xbox. Okay, whatever.
I mean,
Well,
you
I only
can
have 9.
technically count it. I just have to put an asterisk on this. So
Excuse
Trevor
me. I'm
says it
sorry.
counts. I'll count it. I just have to put an asterisk because it was already out. It wasn't a brand new release.
Okay.
So there's an
Well,
asterisk.
I have only played it maybe once or twice anyway. I know that it was like a big breakthrough in the series. It got really, really popular, and I vaguely remember the story points and stuff. But really, I think I've played it twice, maybe
I just don't.
ever.
You've never been big into GTA, and I don't understand it.
I am not good at timed missions. I'm not good at having a good aim. And I really hate when the police chase me. It's annoying as hell. I
Well,
just want to run over people on the
I
sidewalk.
I
And I
think there are going
can't
to be
do that
people that
without getting
agree
in
with
trouble
you.
with the bolo.
I mean, it takes practice, and a lot of that practice came from just messing around in the sandbox stuff between missions and not rushing from mission to mission,
And
just
see,
exploring
that's not
environments.
that's not how I play.
No,
If I'm playing a mission based game, I'm here to play the missions. That's what I'm doing. Like I don't want to run around and see restaurants. I'm not going into the strip club. Like
you're
it's
missing
not interesting
out.
to me. Yeah, well, and that's the problem. Like it's a game made specifically with dudes in mind. Like
You're missing the
there,
digits.
it's not like you can go to a male strip club and have sex with a stripper and then shoot him and get your money back. Like you can't. Like it's not really fun for me. It's not. I don't think
Why do
I'm the
you think we
demographic
shoot
killer.
them? Why can't we
That was like the
just
big. That was like the big controversy.
not in this one?
I thought that was an. I thought you could pick up prostitutes and.
No, I don't think that was introduced until prostitutes, yes, but I don't believe the strip clubs were introduced until Vice City.
Oh well,
Batman
whatever.
says, "Hey, strip clubs and casinos all the time." See,
Yeah, I mean that's not my jam. Sorry.
Trevor
Like I said,
says,
I don't think I'm the demographic for this game.
I mean, that's fine. Trevor says, I have. Thank you for the host, Rated. What's up, man? Trevor says, I've put hundreds of hours in GTA 5 and never finished the non-online stuff. So you never finished the main story? Fun fact, I 100%ed GTA 5 in 10 days. Before the online component even launched for the game. I had all achievements, everything 100% complete. It was at the time that I just ended working on film sets and right before, like literally a week and a half before I started at GameStop. You remember me sitting on that game, like a lot.
Yes. Yes.
I was obsessed with that game. It was so
Yeah.
good. I was that way with
I.
GTA 4 though, too. Because it was literally a month after we went to New York City.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember you running around in the map and pointing out all the locations, and yep, I remember that now.
I did that with Watch Dogs as well in Chicago.
Yep. Yep.
I just thought it was cool. Which you were doing with Watch Dogs Legion, because you had been to London.
And what I've done with the GTA games when even though it's back in time,
Assassin's Creed.
because that's what I meant, yeah, because they're all over Italy, and I've been to a bunch of places in Italy, so it's kind of fun to see, you know. But yeah, yep.
Speaking of places, Trevor says you should see all the shit I have online, though. Flying car, mobile bases, other stuff. Yeah, see, I didn't get too heavy into the online. That wasn't for me. Because every time I'd log in, I'd get shot. And I was like, this is not fun. And I know you could turn on passive mode, but it wasn't for me. I don't play a lot of online. Halo's my rare one. And I think it's because I'm okay at it. Anyways, number 9 for me. Anyone want to add their number 9? True Crime, Streets of LA. This was a wannabe GTA. The thing that the game did really well was the enormous size and scope of the game. the thing that it didn't do very well was everything else. But I enjoyed, again, exploring and just messing around. It was a game I never finished. It was a game I just literally, all I did was mess around in. And to me, that was fun. It was like a glorified driving simulator in a massive world. Rated says loading in and getting killed was a way to say welcome to GTA. Yes, it was. Trevor says there was a way to get a broken lobby so no one could join unless you invited them. Will says, I sent the link to personal message and the DNA face. Thank you for that. I will definitely check it out and join our Discord too. ! Discord if you want to join that in our chat. The link will be there if you put that in. So yeah, that was my number 9. If anyone wants to add theirs, feel free. Back to you, number 8.
Number 8. Crash Nitro Kart.
Oh, yeah.
I loved the Crash Bandicoot series when I was in, like, high school. I thought they were so much fun. I was not very good at them by any stretch, but I thought they were really, really fun. Specifically the second game.
Will says,
which I played more than the first.
We got to get you playing the Crash Remaster then. Show us your skills.
I am not good at all. I'm terrible. And I've played it since then, and I'm even worse than I was back then. But I had a PS1, and I played on it quite a bit before I really got into, like, sports and stuff. Because after sports, I just didn't have time. Yeah. But I loved like the Mario Kart games, you know, which I'd been playing since the first one or whatever, but this one was really, really fun. I know it's kind of a terrible game. I don't think it's very good, but I had fun with it from what I remember.
The one I enjoyed was the Crash Team Racing, and then they remastered that on the Switch as well.
Now I'm starting to wonder if I thought this one was Crash Team Racing.
Maybe, because I don't remember the Nitro one. They might be one and the same. Correct me if anyone knows. But I couldn't recall, so I didn't even add it as an honorable mention. Yeah. And speaking of your PS1, we have it on display on our bookshelf.
Yes.
I cleaned it all up.
I had a zip-up CD case that I kept all my games in.
Oh, man. I think we still have that, too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do. It's that black one.
Will asks, have we played Crash 4? Yes, we have played Crash 4. I am not very far in it, but I have played it. Number 8 for Batman is Rayman 3. Those are fun games, the Rayman games. My number 8 is Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. You have played, I think, this one on the DS.
Is this... I thought I remembered this one. Is this like the one that connects to the other game or something like that?
Bowser's Inside Story and all that other stuff?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yes. Because it got ported to the DS, and we have it on the DS. It was originally a GBA game.
Okay. Well, maybe that should take the place of Crash Nitro Kart. Because now I'm like 95% sure that I thought it was Crash Team Racing. So...
Making adjustments.
Okay, at this point, I have a top 8. So...
Go! We have a goal. While that's going off, I'm going to drink water.
Well, what's going off? Oh, a goal. Oh, that's right, I can't hear it.
It's like 23 seconds. It's obnoxious.
His little laugh at the end kills me. It's so funny.
Stop.
Haunted Mansion for GameCube. Yes, Will. That was a good one, too. The GameCube itself is an underrated system. It's one of those ones that I want to get back in my collection, but I'm not paying the premium that people are asking for. Number 7, back to you.
Okay, number 7 is Mario Kart Double Dash.
What? Number 7?
Yep. Just wait. Just wait. You are going to want to murder me by the time we get to number 1. I'm so excited.
Ty, hit that music. Now we have an inside joke. Ty knows what I'm talking about.
Okay. That's not funny to anybody except for the people that know the inside joke.
Exactly. That's the point of an inside joke. That's why it's funny for us and not you.
Okay. But yeah, I think I played Mario Kart Double Dash like maybe twice. And I actually played it with our friend Ben. He had it when we were at school, I think, is when we probably would have played it. But I've only played it like once or twice. That's it.
Rated says that needs to be a redemption sound. Or see, Rated knows the inside joke too.
Okay, cool.
I'm disappointed because like Double Dash, we'll get to it later. I'm disappointed in you right now. I just want
I'm
you to know,
sorry.
I want you to know that.
I'm sorry. I don't really care if that matters.
See, guys, like this is what I have to deal with.
You married me, bro.
Don't get on her bad side. Is all I'm saying. Anybody?
Oh God, what's happening?
What's
Who's getting on my?
No, I'm just saying a forewarning.
Oh,
Don't get on your
why?
bad side. Just make sure to please her.
Anyway,
Anyways, Lana's Lana's sleeping in bed tonight and Travis on the couch. We have a super comfy couch, so I'm not even mad about that. Plus, it's in the basement. I prefer being in the basement. That's where I grew up, was in the basement, and it's much cooler and quieter in the basement. And yes, that is my job, Trevor. Thank you for pointing that out.
oh my gosh. Okay.
Will Zona is a gentleman. He's kind to women.
A mother, father, gentleman.
Really?
I'm just
You
okay. No?
quoting Psy. Number 7, if anyone adds theirs in chat, I will call it out for you. But my number 7, I don't have an original copy of this game. I fortunately, have a few copies of this game because I have a problem.
Yes, you do.
Final Fantasy, not X, but X2 came out this year. This is the PS3 version of it. I also have it on the PS4 and Vita. And for a short period of time, I considered the Switch version as well. Why, you ask? If you haven't played these games, then you don't know and you won't understand. If you have played these games, you know and you understand. That's all I have to say. Okay, I'll say more. Final Fantasy X X2 added so much more to the Final Fantasy series. It added incredible cinematics. It added voice dialogue for the first time in the franchise. And it's just an incredible story. Play Final Fantasy X as well as X2 if you get a chance. Seriously, do it. We keep all the ugly in the basement, says Rated. Well, damn.
Oh, ouch.
Ty's not kind to anyone but Cody at this point. Damn. Apparently, it's just shade hour. Is it bright down here? Someone trying to give me shade?
Oh, wow. That's what we're doing now?
And that's what we're doing. Batman says their number 7 is Devil May Cry 2. That's a good game. I have DMC 5 on the PS5, and it's really good. Don't want me to get sunburned. I do actually have a fun sunburn. So we went to the zoo this past weekend, and I wore my hat backwards, and it's a snapback. So I have a tan line where the snaps are. It's really cool looking. Luckily, I don't have to go anywhere, so no one sees. Ty likes shade. I mean, it was nice getting sun and being outside. There's a lot of walking, though. Sun dyed Travis, yeah. I can tan. It is possible. Anyways, back to you for number 6.
All right. My number 6 is The Sims Bustin' Out.
Lord.
It was the first Sims game that was not on PC, and it was mission-based, which I really liked. There was like a story that you could follow instead of it just being like the free open Sims world. And I thought it was fun.
How many hours did you put into it?
I don't know. Not a ton. Like, I haven't played this one as much as like what was like the urban one, the city one.
Herbs.
Is that what it was called? The herbs? I put a lot of time into the herbs, but I did not put as much time into this one. But I do remember it. There's like a landlord and he's running around town stealing people's shit so that like to take for their rent or something, or he takes their houses, and your job is to go out and get rich and famous so that you can buy all the possessions back for the people and kick the guy out of town or something like that. Something along those lines.
Kind of sounds like Animal Crossing.
Well, and it's yeah. They're not as cute though. But like it's a mix of like some of the expansion packs from the first PC game. So like Superstar, and then some of the expansion packs or not the expansion packs, but like the stuff pack. So it was like a mix of a whole bunch of different stuff, but they had it on systems instead of the PC, which is probably why I didn't play it too much, because I didn't have a system at this point, I don't think, other than the PS1.
Gotcha.
But I'm pretty sure I played this one like retrospectively, probably after you and I got together, because I don't think I played it back in 2003. So
yeah, because we had started collecting them shortly after we started dating.
Well, I mean, I collected Sims 1 and every single expansion pack.
Right.
Well before we met. But yes, after that, I still did the same for Sims 2 and stuff. So
yeah. The Ty says, or kill the landlord. Kill him.
Well, and then in the campaign, I don't think you could kill him. It wasn't like you could trap him in the pool, and pull out the ladder, or get him to cook something without learning the cooking skill. So otherwise, yes, that would have been a solid plan.
You guys are morbid for doing that. So dark and
I love when you killed them and the little ghosts would come back around the house and they would leave like little puddles sloshing in your house wherever they floated.
Well, here's the thing. They knew people were going to do this stuff, or else they wouldn't have programmed that in the game.
Absolutely.
So they know how morbid gamers are.
Well, they expect the absolute worst out of us, because let's be honest, that's what we give them. So.
Well, not only that, I bet you the people who did quality control in the damn game or beta testing just screwed around trying to break it and would just do that kind of stuff. And you'd be like, you know what? It'd be cool. Add this.
Murder.
Yeah. So that's probably how they added that stuff.
Probably.
Ty says, yep, they knew I'd burned down my house several times. Yeah, we ain't going to talk about making macaroni and cheese in that game.
Oh, my God.
So that was the first series that I did for DNA, was The Sims. The people that worked for DNA at the time were all think of the real world, right? And that's what we basically did with the household. And my character just had zero culinary skill. And it was bad. It was bad. I died on stream a few times. But yeah. Batman's...
Yeah,
Go ahead.
You burned the house down, didn't you?
I did. I started a fire and then I danced in the
fire. You
fire.
burned the whole house down.
And I danced in the fire. And I died.
Standing outside the fire?
No.
Which is a reference you're not going to get because you hate country music.
Yeah,
so never mind.
Let's move on. Vampire Hunter D for PS2. I've heard of that one. I have not played that. Star Trek Elite Force 2 was Batman's number 6. Ty says The Sims again, but with Ty as every character. Jesus. Man. Ty, do you want a show on DNA? I feel like that he needs a show. Good morning, Bullet. If you're wondering why he's saying good morning, they're from Australia. It's a almost 12-hour time difference.
Wowza.
So, welcome to the show, Bullet. Hope you're doing well this morning for you, evening for us. Something else me and Trevor agree on. Country music is awful. See, Trevor, we can be friends. We agree on things. Number 6 for me is SimCity 4. As mentioned earlier, I played this a lot on that laptop I had. For those that don't know about me, I love simulation games. So it was kind of a no-brainer. If it's a good SimCity type game or simulation game, I'm going to play it, and I'm going to put a lot of hours into it. Just like Cities. I've put too much time into that game. You should try Green Hell. What's Green Hell? I'm intrigued. Send me a message. I need to look up Green Hell now. That is my number 6. What is your number 5?
My number 5 is Pokemon Ruby.
Ruby.
Which, again, I definitely didn't play it when this came out. bet I played it retrospectively on like the 3DS
You
or the Nintendo
played
DS.
the Alpha and Omega Ruby and Sapphire remasters.
Okay, whatever.
It's the same game though.
And because I remember the starter Pokemon on this one, because you picked Trico, because you always pick the green Pokemon or whatever they are, the plant Pokemon or whatever. And I picked Torchic because I almost always pick the fire Pokemon starter. So
You start off stronger.
yeah. Plus, I mean, I love Charmander, and I almost always love whatever the fire Pokemon is to start. So
Ty says, Mudkip, I know your favorite episode of Pokemon is the Charmander episode.
Charmander being left out in the rain.
His torch is going out.
Oh my gosh. Ugh.
I like Jigglypuff.
Yes, he's your favorite.
Jigglypuff is an asshole, and I love Jigglypuff. Pikachu is a close second. What's up, Storm? Ty loves Mudkip. No, here's the thing about Jigglypuff. If you've seen the anime, you know how amazing he is, and you know how much of a dick he is. Jigglypuff sings you to sleep, and then he writes on your face. That is a college party. That's funny.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
That's funny. Like, he's an amazing character. Like, out of all the characters and the powers and things they do, like, Jigglypuff is amazing. He's so happy. He's always singing. I love music. I love to sing to music. And I will not confirm or deny if I have ever written on anyone that has passed out at a party before.
Oh, you definitely have. Come on now.
Nope. Not saying.
Okay. If you pass out with your shoes on, you're fair game.
True. So. Very true.
But yeah, that was my number 5.
Chat, if you want to throw in your number 5, we're doing the top 10 of 2003. Stick around, we're doing a double episode tonight for those just joining us. We're going to jump into 2004. There's a Wikipedia article if you want to check it out, 2004 in gaming, if you want to compile a top 10 list for that. Stick with us tonight, and you can chat along with us and give us your list as we go along. SimCity 4 from Batman for number 5. Good pick. As mentioned, is a game I put a lot of time into. Will Zona says Jigglypuff steals the show for you. See? You can't hate Jigglypuff. He's just amazing. I need a plushie of Jigglypuff. That needs to be a thing.
Oh, that would be a good idea.
Yep, that would make me happy. Almost as happy as my companion cube. Almost. Number 5, Kirby, if it came out that year. Ty loves Kirby. Nothing wrong with Kirby. Pokemon Sapphire's Bullets, number 5. My number 5 is actually worth a significant amount of money now. If you go online to try to find this, a decent quality copy of this goes anywhere from $50 to hundreds of dollars. Mine was a used copy, so already the quality was not superior. But it is in, I want to say, good quality. I paid $20 for it back in the day. I did not keep the receipt for this one. I'm notorious for keeping receipts. It might be in another game case. But my number 5 pick is Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. Simulation game, but you build a Jurassic Park theme park. Incredible, right? Again, something, if you don't know anything about me, my favorite film of all time is Jurassic Park. I love simulation games. Bingo. You put those things together, I'm going to have a fun time. And they're actually coming out with yet another Jurassic Park builder game, Jurassic World builder game here in the next year or so. I'm super excited for that. But this was on the original Xbox. I put a lot of time into this. It was really good. Batman says, good game. Great game, excuse me. Operation Genesis on the GBA. How does it play on the GBA? That's intriguing. Pokemon Sapphire. Love Kirby. Trevor likes Snorlax. You've been called a Snorlax when you had sleep apnea. I like that you say you had. That means you've beat it, which is fantastic, because that is very dangerous and scary. Jurassic World Evolution. Yes, there is a Jurassic World Evolution, but there is a sequel coming out for it that was announced at E3. So I'm super excited for that. Number 4. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is Mario Party 5.
Ooh, that was an honorable mention of mine.
Yes, I heard that, and I knew this list was going to go terribly after that point.
Ooh.
This game, and I thought it was funny that you put it as an honorable mention. This game is the first game that included coin or star redistribution, which meant that you could win every mini game and collect all of the coins, but still end up last. This is the first game that did that, which I know is your favorite thing about the Mario Party games. So maybe that's why you put it in your honorable mention.
It's not. I have to fact check something here. Bullet. I
read that in the Wikipedia page, sir.
I like that you did research. I didn't know that. Lana out here doing her homework. Bullet said number 4 for them is Halo 2. Unless it came out on PC, that came out in 2004.
But for Mario Party 5, it added Toad, Boo, and Koopa Kid as playable characters. And you actually can't play as Donkey Kong because he is a featured space in the game.
Oh, man.
He triggers like coin events that you can play.
I'm alright with that. I like Boo. Boo's a good character.
Yeah. It was the first time you could play as Toad, Boo, or Koopa Kid.
Huh. They are doing from the first few games, a Mario Party collection type game this fall.
Are they?
Yes.
Pikachu!
Thank you for the host, iRob. Which they announced that at the E3 show we covered. Fully assuming that we're going to be doing something with that this fall. So be on the lookout on the channel for that.
Yeah, I love Mario Party. I think it's a lot of fun.
100-bit donation from iRob. Hip hip hooray. Thank you for that. Number 4 for Batman is The Simpsons Hit and Run. Will says, I know this isn't 2004, but the only game I've beaten on Super Nintendo was Disney's Aladdin. That is a tough game. I have to give you credit for that. Bullet had it on PC. Okay, fair. I did not have it on PC. My number 4 is considered one of the best wrestling games of all time. And it is SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, with one of the greatest wrestlers of all time on the cover.
Oh my gosh.
Which, can you guess?
Yeah, I know who it is. It's Brock. Brock Lesnar. Because I looked at this game thinking, oh, maybe I played that game, but I don't think this is the one that I played. No, so I didn't put it on my list.
You played SmackDown vs. Raw. I think that's when you first
started
playing.
There you go. Yeah. Okay.
Season mode was in this: statistics, storylines, attribute building. I had Slaughter, $1 Million Man, Snuka, and more. Improved grappling.
Definitely had Slaughter of Snuka, wasn't it?
It had the Elimination Chamber and Bra and Panty.
Oh, well, that's important.
It was.
You didn't laugh at my joke, and I'm very sad about it just now.
What did you say? I missed it.
I said it definitely had Slaughter mode if Jimmy Snuka was in it.
Wow. That's what we're doing here, huh?
No? Okay. I thought it was funny.
That's dark. The best is always Cena and Bret Hart, says Will Zona. You got Trevor to laugh, but Trevor likes that dark stuff. So.
Thanks, Trevor. Thanks for having my back. I knew I'd get somebody.
Man.
Come on, it was funny.
Disgusting, Lana.
Oh, it's disgusting. Okay.
Continuing on. Number 3.
My number 3 is Jurassic Park Operation Genesis.
Good pick.
When you and I very first got together on that Xbox, I played the crap out of this game. Played it a lot. I mean, it's basically Zoo Tycoon with dinosaurs, and I love the Zoo Tycoon games. So I had a blast with this.
You do. We got you. I need another cough drop. We got you Zoo Tycoon on the Xbox One when that launched.
Yep, I remember that too. And I still play the Ultimate Edition that we have downloaded in Xbox Live or whatever the hell they call it now.
Game Pass.
Thank you, that one. But yeah, I love this game. It was super fun. It was a great time. Trying to figure out where to place the food smelly things so the dinosaurs would come close to the cages, and It was fun. I like this game.
Bullet says Bloody Raid is my number 3. For my number 3, Need for Speed Underground. This brought me back into the racing game series, mostly because there was like customizable stuff that you could do, and a pretty good soundtrack on it as well. So Need for Speed Underground was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, it was one of the last Need for Speed games that I truly got into as well. Man, losing my voice. I apologize.
Yeah, you are.
Rada says, I'll share my top 10 lists. You're making dinner? What are you making? Batman is number 3 with Jurassic Park Operation Genesis.
Same.
Look at that. Twins.
Twinning.
Number 2.
Wait, what was your number 3?
I just told you, Need for Speed Underground.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God, I need a nap. Okay, my number 2. This is where it gets good, guys. Come to me for all your top 10 list needs, okay? The Sims Superstar expansion pack.
I'm just shaking my head for those I can't see.
I know. Just wait for number 1. I was obsessed with The Sims. I'm still pretty obsessed with The Sims. I have it on my phone, on the Xbox, on everywhere I can get it. I love these games. I will always love these games. The first one I spent on my home computer, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I love these games. And the expansion packs from the first one are so good. In Superstar, they gave you Studio Town, where you can visit in order to maintain your fame and your career. You know, you start out like playing guitar in the streets for money, and then you end up playing in these big, concert halls or art studios or whatever it is that you choose to be. It's the first time that you got to follow your sim to work and could kind of like control their job a little bit more than just someplace you went for 8 hours while you sped up the time. There were also cameos in the game by Avril Lavigne, Andy Warhol, Marilyn Monroe, John Bon Jovi, and Richie Sambora from Bon Jovi, Christina Aguilera, Freddie Prinze Jr., Sarah McLachlan, and Jennifer Lopez. They were all like characters in the game that you could interact with or do things with. It was super fun.
Can you elaborate on the do things with?
And you can just hang out with them and learn how to be a superstar, Trav. It's not that kind of game. They blur your genitals. Like, come on.
There was the Playboy Mansion game.
I did not play that game.
It was basically The Sims.
This game was a lot of fun. I loved it. I thought it was so cool. You could, play out your dreams of being an actress or singing or whatever you wanted to do. I had a blast with it. I absolutely loved it. It was so much fun.
Well, you've piqued my interest. I didn't know Avril was in a video game.
I put that note in there specifically because I knew that you would react to it.
Thanks. You know me so well.
You are predictable.
And Travis the Hub wasn't around back then. The Sim was closest to it, says Rated. I don't know.
It was fun.
Really intrigued by learning how to be a superstar by Avril Lavigne. Call me. Teach me your ways.
Call me, beat me. Call me. What is it? Call me.
Whoa.
Something if you want to reach me. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. Kim Possible.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Okay. Awkward. Number 2. Bullet number 2. Here Comes the Pain. Good choice. Batman number 2. FIFA 2004. Good choice. I'm terrible at the FIFA games, but they're good games nonetheless. Bullet still plays Here Comes the Pain. I would if my PlayStation was hooked up. Rated says, call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
Thank you, Rated. I knew it was something like that.
The fact that you guys know this stuff,
It's Kim Possible.
I didn't watch Kim Possible.
I can't imagine. Yeah. Anyway.
What is that? No, hold up. Finish that thought. You're playing with fire. I
don't necessarily think it would have appealed to your demographic at the time. How about that? We'll say that.
I watched the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, but that was when we were younger. So Kim Possible, the only reason that I really watched it was because it hit my sister's timeline. Like, it was on Nickelodeon when she was really into Nickelodeon. It was a little after our time, but I watched it because of her.
Didn't she steal the Power Rangers sound effect for their watch?
I don't know the answer to that question.
It sounds so similar because I know the tone.
You're thinking of the Power Rangers beep?
Yeah, the Power Rangers and Kim
It's
Possible, the tone, like the sound effect, it
it's
sounds
possible.
similar,
Yeah, it's
like the
possible.
note progression.
It's yeah. I mean, it's entirely possible. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but
Rated says Kim Possible is Disney.
oh, okay, that makes sense. Whatever. I said Nickelodeon. Sorry.
Batman says boo her for stealing Power Rangers. I don't know if it's stealing it. It sounds familiar. If anyone's watched it, Rated. Am I crazy for thinking that, or is that accurate? Oh my god, I need medicine.
You have medicine, don't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna be taking some after the show. This is bad. All right, number 1.
Are you prepared for this?
No, I'm not.
What do you think? What do you think it is?
I have no clue.
It is The Sims Making Magic.
I should have known that. I knew that was
You
your
should have
favorite
known
expansion.
It is literally my favorite. You can cast spells. You can forge charms. You could buy alchemy ingredients and mix them together in an alchemy set. There were many games that you could do with your magic. You could bake for the first time, and you could beekeep, so you could get nectar. And the game included a preview of The Sims 2, which I probably would have bought the expansion pack just for that because I was so excited. But it was so much fun. You could literally turn the neighbor into a bunny if they pissed you off. Like you could, it was so much fun figuring out the spells to cast and stuff like that. It was a blasty blast. I loved it.
Rated confirms that Kim Possible's notification was close to the Power Ranger sound. Willzona says, "Is it like Harry Potter?"
I mean, it's not. It like you literally have a magic wand and you learn magic spells. There's no Harry Potter references in the game whatsoever, but I think it was definitely capitalizing on that because wasn't that around the time when the books like really started gaining popularity?
Yeah, because the first film had come out around this time, or a year or so before.
But the books were already out, obviously.
Yes, the books
So
are
I think it was
late 90s, early 2000s.
yeah, it was definitely capitalizing on that. It was, it was taking advantage of that popularity and throwing it into the game for sure. But it was so much fun to run around and just play with the spells that you could learn and figure out how to learn new spells. It opened up yet more towns that you could go into to buy items or to learn things and to buy books, and it was just a bigger expansion on like this already super fun game, and I had a blast with it. I loved it. I still went back even after like The Sims 2 came out with all of their expansions and played the original for Making Magic. I had so much fun.
Batman's number 1 is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Ty says Making Magic. Rated says, yeah, The Sims was a replica of Harry Potter, that version of The Sims. Can you guess my number 1?
Can I guess your number 1?
Mm-hmm.
GTA.
GTA didn't come out that year for me, though.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Then no, I can't because it must have been on that list of games that I.
To clarify what I meant by GTA not coming out the year, she had added that as the port version to the Xbox. GTA 3 had come out prior on the PlayStation 2. So no clue. Any guesses from chat? Somebody said Halo. Batman says Call of Duty. It was one of Lana's picks.
It was one of my picks? Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
You already said SimCity 4.
I did.
So Pokemon Ruby then?
No. It didn't even get honorable mention for me.
You already said Jurassic Park, right? Or no?
We got two people in chat. You can't see chat, but 2 people in chat got it. Trevor and Rated both got it with Double Dash.
Oh, what? That's your number 1?
Did you not? Do you not remember any of the Mario Kart streams on this channel? How much I gloated?
I know that like you're good at them. I would not have pegged that as your number 1
for this year. Yes.
No. I thought you put that in your honorable mentions. I'll be honest with you. No. Okay. Cool.
This is possibly one of the best Mario Kart games besides 8. Rated says we know Travis better than Lana.
No, the problem is that after 14 years, I just ignore most of what he says. 16 years.
It's true.
I just ignore most of what he says.
It's true. No, I adore Mario Kart. I absolutely do. I've never been, like I said, I did put Need for Speed Underground on my list, but I've never been a big racing game fan. I did enjoy Daytona USA on the Saturn, but I'm not going to go out of my way for a racing game. Unless it's Mario Kart. I don't know what it is, but there's just something unique. And my voice is dying, yeah, and I still have one more episode to do. It's going to be rough.
I do know what your number one is for 2004.
Do you?
Not a question in my mind.
Well, stick with us because that's next. But yeah, Mario Kart Double Dash, I can't say enough good things about. This is my original copy from when I had a GameCube. Instruction manual, everything's still intact. There's even a Mario Kart DS instruction manual in here. Weird, because I don't have that game anymore. Surprised there are no Resident Evil on this list. Was there a Resident Evil game this year, though? I don't recall seeing one. And to be honest, I didn't like a lot of the spin-offs in the Resident Evil franchise. I like the mainline ones the best. Two of them, what Resident Evil games came out this year? I'll wait for chat. I'm going to give a breakdown of what the best sellers were and the top games critically were for this year. This doesn't necessarily include games that were released in this calendar year. This is just the best selling and best rated games for that particular year. Number 10, SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. 9, Enter the Matrix. 8, Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. 7, Mario Kart Double Dash. 6, GTA Vice City. Which, I need clarity on that, because that is not on my list. Oh, you know, it's for the year prior, excuse me, that's why it carried over. We talked about that on the last episode. Resident Evil 4 and Revelations came out in 2003.
What? I don't remember seeing those on my list because I would have played at least one of those, I think.
Outbreak I know of, but I didn't love it. Revelations is good, but it is not my favorite. 4, I'm shocked
Resident Evil 4 was released in 2005.
Okay.
It was released on the GameCube in 2005. Resident Evil Revelations was released in 2012.
I'm all confused then. Bullet, you got me confused. I don't know. Resident Evil 4 is a great game. I would have included that on my list if we were talking about it. Resident Evil 4 came out on the PS2. It did, but when? Let's look this up because we have the internet. Do you have that up?
That's what I was looking it up. Resident Evil 4, right? That's what we're saying?
Yep. Dead Aim, says Batman. I didn't play that
Resident Evil 5's initial release date was January 11th of 2005.
Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4. 2005 video game.
Okay.
The development began for PlayStation 2 in 1999.
Okay.
But it was announced as a GameCube exclusive and released in 2005. According to the Wikipedia for it.
All right, just for clarity on that, so we have avoidance of confusion. Because I would have added 4. Definitely. What other memories do you have from 2003? Obviously, end of high school.
Yep, I graduated in 2003. And then started college in August of that year at Grand Valley.
So transitional period of time in life, and as it seems, gaming was not a important part at that time. So some of these memories...
Literally the only games that are on my list that I played at the time would have been the 2 expansion packs, which is why they're number 1, because they're They're the ones, number one and number two, because they're the ones that I have the most memories with.
Yeah.
But I don't think I touched a video game console until probably the year I met you, literally. And I'm not saying that to be funny. Like, I didn't play games. It wasn't on my radar. I went to, in high school, I played sports and I was in theater class and my friends and I went out and did stuff and I didn't sit at home. I literally, if I was at home, I was playing The Sims on the computer. That was it. And once I went to school, I had The Sims on my computer, but I was so busy that I probably didn't do that as much, I was partying.
I mean, fair. Rated says that you were social. And Batman had their 30th birthday in August of 03.
Yeah, I was definitely a social butterfly. So I didn't spend a whole lot of time sitting at home. And I didn't play video games very much. And when I met you, that all changed because you were very much into video games and
slightly.
Yeah. And you got me into games, We used to play Guitar Hero and stuff all the time. But before you, I really didn't play video games that much at all. So.
Rated says I was 12 in 03. Batman says, so basically I was old in 03 and older now. Bullet says 2004 was the first SmackDown vs. Raw. Are you sure? I thought 2006 was the first SmackDown vs. Raw. Or 2005. Bullet, where are you looking stuff up? Just out of curiosity.
SmackDown vs. Raw. The initial release date was November 2nd, 2004.
Oh, wow. So they transitioned from Here Comes the Pain right into SmackDown. I thought there was one more. Off topic says MX is sports betting legal. Yeah, I believe they just legalized that here in Michigan.
Yes, they did. It's illegal here now.
Yeah, it wasn't before, but I think that's something they rolled out recently. He says bet. He's super excited about that. Well, good luck to you. I don't bet, but hopefully you have better luck than me.
This game, the SmackDown vs. Raw, is a sequel to 2003's WWE SmackDown Here Comes the Pain.
Okay.
But it came out in 2004, November of 2000.
Okay, and then they kicked off that franchise for several years.
Remember the game Raw 2 or whatever it was that we used to play? When did that even come out?
I want to say 2002. You could probably look that up.
We played that a lot.
We played that too much.
That came out in 2003, initial release date. That wasn't on the list.
I overlooked it. My bad.
Oh, wait a minute. There's no way we both overlooked that. How is that possible?
I don't know.
It was released for the Xbox console by THQ in 2003.
Honorable mention, Raw 2.
Yeah, I would have put that. I would have put that in my top 10 list.
That happens.
We played the crap out of that game.
So the fun about Raw 2 and having it on the original Xbox is you could do what we want to do with the show today, custom soundtracks. The customization suite wasn't amazing, but you could create your friends and create your characters from the game that are not in the game. I would look up guides on how to recreate people, and so they could be in the game. And there was literally hundreds of people you can put in there. Reddit says WWE Raw is the true number one. It's a great game. I need to get
We had fun.
I need to get an HDMI cable for that thing because I would play that now.
Rhino always ran out and attacked you for no reason.
Fucking Rhino. I swear.
It was always Rhino or Goldust attacking you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been, though, the year 2003 in video gaming. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for suffering through my rough voice on this episode, and which will be the next one as well. We're going to be doing these again in August, the first 2 Tuesdays in August. We're going to be doing double features again, which will be 2005, 2006, and then 2007, 2008. You're going to want to join us for those as well on Tuesdays. But stick with us tonight if you're here right now live. We're going to go to our outro trailer. We're going to go to a black screen for a few moments. we'll go back into our intro, and then we'll come back live. We're going to stay live streaming. We're not going to go off air, but you're going to see some of our transition screens while you wait for us to return for the next year. Lana, are you staying with us?
If you want me to, I will stay, yeah.
Yep, and then we'll try to get Cody in as he becomes available to join us. So stick with us. We got the 2004 year 2004 in gaming coming up next. And for those that participated here, let me do a credit roll so far, because these are fun. Credit roll. Roll credits. Look at that. You can't see it, Lana, but pretty cool stuff. Shout outs to everybody. But stick with us. We're going to roll the credits. We're going to come back live. Back with you in a few minutes.